The murder trial of that honor student from Kentucky. Shayna Hubers charged with gunning down her boyfriend. Her mother took the stand yesterday, and Dan and Nancy are here to weigh in live after all the latest from ABC's Gio Benitez.
The soft-spoken mother of an accused murderer taking the stand Monday, hoping to defend her 24-year-old daughter, Shayna Hubers.
She graduated in the top 5%.
Sharon Hubers says she was with her daughter on October 12, 2012, the day Shayna killed her 29-year-old on-again, off-again boyfriend, Ryan Poston. Shayna seen here in this police interview admitting she shot him in the nose.
I knew he was going to die. A very slow and painful death.
Prosecutors say Hubers did it out of anger when he tried to break up with her. Shayna says it was self-defense. Sharon telling the court she got a call from Shayna, who was spending the night at Poston's house, around 3 a.m. that morning, 18 hours before the killing.
She was in pain. There was fear in her voice.
Sharon says she thought Shayna was having a stroke, but instead of seeing a doctor that morning, the mother-daughter duo went to the mall. A few hours later, Sharon says she got another phone call from her daughter.
She was a mess.
What were your words to Shayna?
Shayna called 911.
Shayna called 911 and said she shot Poston in self-defense, but prosecutors have painted her as manipulative. Her mother even revealing that Shayna would often disappear without telling her, lying about where she was.
She tells you she's in Indiana, she's really, though, in Hawaii, and she's asking you to put money in her account.
At the time of his death, Poston was involved in a lawsuit with his former business partner. But Poston's friend, Adam Blaley, says Poston rarely got upset.
I've never seen him angry at all.
Shayna Hubers has pleaded not guilty. Testimony starts up again this morning. For Good Morning America, Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
Let's get more on this now from Dan Abrams and Nancy Grace, the host of Nancy Grace on HLN. And Dan, let me begin with you. The claim is self-defense, but the defense hasn't done much to back that up.
No, they haven't done anything really to back that up yet. And that's why I think she has to take the stand in this case. If they want to have any shot at all, she's got to explain away a lot of potentially incriminating statements, and they've got to do more than just have her mother take the stand and actually help the prosecution's case. Well, in the terms of motive, meaning the fact that their relationship was on the rocks. The motive in this case is that she was angry. He broke up with her, and as a result, she killed him. And the mother, her own mother, seems to be backing up at least that portion of the prosecution's case.
So, Nancy, Dan thinks she has to take the stand, but what can she say?
Well, I tell you this much. If her police interrogation was any indication of how she will do on the stand, I think it's better that she remain silent, because in her police interrogation, she says, yeah, I shot him in the face. I gave him the nose job he always wanted. Okay, that didn't go over very well. Then she started laughing. Another issue is, not only is she bound by her earlier statements, she is bound by the blood evidence, which shows blood spatter on the chair and on his pants, nowhere else. He was clearly shot sitting down. Also, she'll have to explain premeditation, that she went over that day specifically to kill him. Cellmates say that she threw things around in Poston's apartment so the neighbors would hear it and think they were having a fight. She says she was coming over to get bath items, but Dan Abrams, really, she went all the way back over there to get her shampoo? Go to the dollar store. Why go back over there? It was to kill him.
The premeditation part of this case, I don't think is particularly strong. I think that the best argument she's got here is manslaughter, meaning heat of passion. He breaks up with her and she effectively loses it. She's got to offer some testimony to back that up, though. She's got to admit that he broke up with her.
That's going to start a crime wave.
Well, no, but he's got. That's
starting a crime wave, Dan Abrams. If you can gun down your boyfriend every time they have a date that night with Miss Ohio, did I mention he had a date with Miss Ohio that night?
Manslaughter is not permissible under the law.
Yes.
It's actually a crime where you serve 10 to 20 years in the state of Kentucky. So it doesn't mean that you're getting off if you get convicted of manslaughter. It means you're getting convicted of another crime.
So, Nancy, if she can prove that she didn't go over there with the intent to kill him, does she have a shot at manslaughter?
she's got a shot. And I think Dan is right in the sense that if the jury returns a lesser included offense, it would be manslaughter. But like I said, if the jury gives you a pass every time you and your boyfriend have a fight because he had a date with Miss Ohio that night and you can shoot him dead, we're having a crime wave, Dan, a crime wave.
I think without the premeditation, this does become something of a classic manslaughter case, right? The classic case we always talk about is someone walking in on their spouse with somebody else. Getting broken up with by your partner falls into that basic category of heat
Where
of
do
passion.
you place the inmate testimony, though?
Well, that's right.
Where
No.
she tells an inmate
Right.
she threw things against the wall so the neighbors would think
No
they
question.
had a fight. She was staging a shooting.
They would have to not believe the inmate testimony, and she's going to have to offer up some
Right.
testimony where she admits, I think, that he broke up with her
Yeah,
at
the
that
mother
point.
didn't help.
testifying
Her
is her
own
only
mother
chance.
may have been her worst witness.
Yeah, I think testifying is her only shot here. At a lesser included, I don't think she has any chance at a not guilty based on self-defense.
Well, get ready for the cross-examination.
We are ready. We'll have you back when it comes. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Dan.